What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 7 of my Manchester United Football Manager 2018 Let's Play series. If you smash a big thumbs up on this episode, I would greatly appreciate that. So we have a really important game in this episode. We've got Liverpool. So we'll do Liverpool and West Ham, and I think we'll get into that structure for the series as well as we're into the season proper. So we've got the briefing, so we'll get into that as well. We'll just see what that is all about. For today's game, at least. What's the situation? Oh, there's lots of suggestions to target players. That's interesting. I know there was a recent update that I just downloaded. They would have updated the beta, so maybe they added more options. I don't know. There's something else I noted as well. If you go into the squad, into the tactics, I've made some more adjustments so we can play attacking formation as well. Similar style, so the familiarity is still pretty decent. The intensity, a bit more instruction, so a bit more specific. So we'll see, what changes that will make. But as you can see, what I was referencing was the text of the percentage of the physical condition and match sharpness. It seems to be different. If it's a bit smaller or a different font or something like that, it's not terrible. I just noticed, they changed it. So anyway, if we go back into the briefing, but once more, because of making some changes, set this new tactic up as well, or another variation of the tactic. That's why the familiarity with it is still pretty decent, because it's still a similar kind of 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. You can look at it a few, or even like a 4-3-2-1. There's different ways you can look at the formation. But anyway, guys, as I said, all these are kind of instructional things I would set up for the tactic anyway. Let's go to the match preview. Liverpool, this is an absolutely massive game. We are going to be playing against Liverpool here today, and you can see Liverpool start to the season. Their first result was a draw as well. They're a bit higher in the table, but same result. So this is very, very important. Watford have got off to a great start. Look at that, 2 victories, home against Bournemouth and away from Arsenal. So good results for them so far. But let's get into the team selection. So as you can see, we are on attack and then very fluid, and we've got the attacking mentality. That's why I named it attack. And then just specific team instructions, all of that. But we'll get into more specifics. No doubt we're going to make changes, that is for sure. But that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing up to now as well. Just making changes. Even though, we played one league game, but so that's why I thought those friendlies were important. But we have a lot of injuries as well that is hurting us. So we'll get into the game, though. We've got 2 in the inbox, so they're just, not so relevant things, but we'll submit the team. And there's Liverpool's lineup. Only thing, they're both red, like with the teams. Obviously, the kits will be different. But anyway, guys, we will go assertively and say, I think go out there and give these fans their money's worth. I like that to do that for the home games. As you can see, pretty successful. No negative reactions, and majority, at least, from midfield to defense. So I'm happy with that. And with this formation being pretty attacking and tactics being pretty attacking, I'll be happy about that. But that we can score. So hopefully defensively will be good too. But it's Derby Day. How much do you look forward to taking on your local rivals? I'm going to say passionately, it's always a tremendous occasion, and the atmosphere is something to behold. Hopefully we can harness the energy and intensity of the day and send the fans home happy. I think Herrera will be all right because, his condition wasn't so bad. We'll see how he goes. But knee injuries aren't fun. So let's see how they go here. It's Milner, Roberto Firmino, Henderson. Oh, Emre Can. No, initially we defend it. We're kind of blocking. Yes, okay. Well defended, and De Gea finds Mkhitaryan. Doesn't really do too much with that. They've got possession back. We've got to be careful, but we do. Well done. Look at the space. I'm pointing to the screen. Martial, go on. Lukaku's going to finish. No, he's not. Very good save by Mignolet. Whoa. That was such a good opportunity. Good counter. But we may have to think about Herrera. Probably won't play the whole game. So here they've got Coutinho on the ball, Emre Can. Oh, Valencia, good interception. We look good here. The shape is good. Lukaku's going to find Martial. Martial has to finish, and he does. Anthony Martial, assist by Romelu Lukaku. It was a nice finish. And Martial, whoa, look at that celebration. That's what I mean. Look at the interception there by Valencia. That's what started it. And then the ball direct, slow through to Lukaku, straight at his feet. That's what I was going to say in my mind. Yeah, it was just direct at him, and then we can play it through to Martial, and a goal like that, easy as we like, and we move up into second position. So we're doing pretty well. The possession is maybe slightly in Liverpool's favour, but as you can see, we are like creating multiple opportunities and restricting Liverpool. So that should be it for the half. Unless there's going to be a late chance. Very late. Martial, could he score? Oh, I would be super mad. If that was me, I'll be like, yeah, there's 2 minutes. But don't forget, it's a minimum of 2 added minutes. There could have been like a little stop and play when it hit the 45th minute, you don't know. But yeah, Mkhitaryan once more. He's doing well with playing through to Lukaku. Those guys are combining. The front three is combining. And yeah, Anthony Martial, he knows how to find at the back of the net. He scored twice this game. Lukaku's got the assists. And what a first half here. That was very impressive. So with the team talk, yeah, only can say passionately, and I'm very happy with that. Yeah, fantastic performance in attack. And defensively as well. And in the midfield. The defense starts in midfield as well to not allow them to get through so easily. So I'm really liking the team shape now. Again, with all these adjustments tactically, it's only going to be a matter of time. Even if we have a good result here, I'll be still looking at the negatives of this performance, trying to change that. But I think Herrera we're going to be careful with because he's got that little bit of a knock. So we'll substitute him out. And hey, we'll bring in Michael Carrick. We just might have to change up the roles a little bit. So what we're going to do is drop, because he's more preferred, so he can play well in there. And then Matic and deep line playmaker. Well, that's playing 2 deep line playmakers, so I'm not probably going to go with that. I'm not too confident. So what we are actually going to do is we'll drop in defensive midfield because we've got that nice little lead now. Not that we're going so defensive or anything. We'll keep, the same kind of control of the game. For now, at least. And Matic, will try and play him maybe a bit more defensive role. Maybe, anchorman. We'll try him as anchorman. There's a few, that should be, it's got to be up to his attributes if he's going to perform well in that role, but also to suit the other roles in the team who just sit back a little bit more. So I don't mind that change. Okay, now it's Mkhitaryan. Could he make it 3? No, he doesn't. But yeah, we keep putting Liverpool under pressure. That's what I'm liking right here. And I think, again, we're in a good position. So tactically, we are going to make some more changes. We'll go to the list. We can take a better look at the condition of our players here. And I think Luke Shaw, he's got the lowest 72%, and even his sharpness was still working towards 100%. So Matteo Darmian, he's a fantastic one to bring on, but he's probably more preferred on the left side if you just go check out his profile. And you can see. But he's still natural. I feel as though he should have a very good rating still for example, what I mean here is if we switch him across, he has defensive fullback. If he's still natural, why can't he be that high, that natural in his role? But anyway, we'll use him fullback. Here we're going to put the fullbacks on defend. Just be a bit more responsible late in the game. Might make a few other changes as well. Tactics-wise, we'll drop back to control, and we just look to maintain possession a little bit more. Tempo, I think, we'll drop back to normal, and we'll retain possession now. We can't go hard all game. So that's the kind of hope we are, I suppose, aiming for, to get some early goals, get a lead, and then we can control the game maybe around from this time. That's just my original thoughts, manager style for me, way of managing. That's what I thought will be best. So we'll be more expressive off as well, run a defense. So again, just playing more of that slower game, trying to control it a little bit more. So let's see how we go with that. And I think we'll just go with a shout, and let's say praise. I'm just going to praise the players, essentially. You've done well so far, so we shall confirm that. They're making a fullback chain, see, attacking. I like how it shows the role when they make, because then it makes you think about your tactics as well, how they're going to match up. That's those little things, that's really, really nice. Little nice addition. There's a few things in this year's game like that where you'd be more aware of the opponent's tactics when they make changes and everything like that. So, and just in general, their formations and styles of play from your scouts reports, essentially. So We have one more sub available. I think we're going to take off Lukaku. Yeah, Lukaku for Rashford. I just want to give Rashford a go. Let me know what we should be training Rashford as. Do you think he'll get better opportunities as a striker or a winger, like on that left side, just to see? Because Martial's there. So, yeah, let me know what you think. But for now, we'll just leave him as a poacher. So that changes the role there. Just think that suits him a little bit more. But, yeah, what a game Anthony Martial has had. Can he get his hat-trick? But here's Marcus Rashford. He's going to play it across to Mkhitaryan. And that's going to be a penalty. Oh, James Milner. You've done... Oh, yeah, this should come up. It should come up for Martial to take the penalty. Like a choice, or he lines up regardless. Because is he our number one penalty taker? Because that's supposed to be a new feature in the game, but it looks like he's going to take it anyway. Oh, it's change player at the top there. I didn't notice that until now. So, yeah. Anyway, if we go into our tactics and if we go into the penalty takers... Yeah, Anthony Martial is up. So, yeah, he was the next one in line. So, say if I didn't take Lukaku off, he would have been, yeah, and he would have been default, but you could have an option to change it. And just in general, you have an option to change the penalty taker in that moment, regardless if a player's on a hat-trick or something. So what's that? Allow player who has scored 2 goals to take the penalty, so you can have that ticked as... That's another reason, but he was next in line regardless. So, yeah, those little just changes in the game is so nice, isn't it? Just, that's what Football Manager is about. Just having so many little features in the game that, yeah, makes it whole, essentially. But great finish, Anthony Martial. What a game, lads. Obviously, yeah, he's going to be taking home the ball, but what a team performance. Hopefully, we can maintain that. Not concede a late goal, be a bit disappointing defensively. But De Gea, Trent Alexander-Arnold does score there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's annoying. Martial, let's get the goal back. I didn't think he'll score 4. We'll probably have to pass that off, or he might get it back. Pogba, but we look very good, chance after chance after chance. If we are playing this attacking style as well, yeah, maybe we will concede a goal every so often, but yeah, I think we look good. There's not much to criticize, I think. Oh, what a smart ball. Martial heads down to Pogba. We probably could have scored about 5 goals in this game. But I really like how that looks when it pops up. The little information there says 4 minutes at a time. It's really nice, like graphically, and how it looks. Now Salah. Liverpool's really going for it now. It's 3-2. I think we should be okay, but that puts a bit of a damper on the performance. We had a solid 3-0 result, leading for a lot of the game, and we still are, but yeah, we might have to be a bit irresponsible. So what I did do, I just dropped some players back, try to get 3 defensive midfielders because you can get Pogba in there and he'll be okay. Hopefully, yeah, we just get the numbers back. Just get the numbers back. Because, now I was thinking about, what have we done poorly in this game? It's the late, for me, if anything, it's just the focus. It's the late focus we had, or the lack thereof. So we'll go tighten up as well. I'm going to be very disappointed. I went from so happy to really... I thought that was a great performance in this game. And I'm dreading another highlight. Come on, get past that. Yes. I was like, get to the 93rd minute without the highlight starting and we've got it. So, the end of this match turned out a bit more stressful than I expected. But yeah, with that lead, it makes me think, I thought that one goal, yeah, take that consolation. But yeah, at the end of this day, or at the end of the game, we're just holding on, it looks like. But we had a bit more of a dominant performance than that suggested. So yeah, it's interesting, but yeah, we're going to play it out. We had multiple opportunities. We had 8 on target. So let's just go into that for a second to analyze the performance. You go to match stats, and then we go match stats again. We had 5 clear-cut chances. So really, really dominant, though we turned that around from the previous match. And I'm going to say assertively, it's tough. I'm going to say well done. I don't like saying, yeah, it was unacceptable in the second half. It was unacceptable. Well, it was more so the last kind of like 10 minutes or something, but it was still a good performance for a large majority of the game. If it was like a good 45 minutes and then a terrible 45 minutes, but it wasn't a terrible second 45 minutes. It was more like a terrible second or the last 10 minutes of the game. So yeah, we got to make sure that's what I got to do as a manager in the game. Make sure my players are focused. And there we go. We get hat-trick achievement unlocked. Very early in Football Manager and very early in the season. So yeah, we needed that victory, especially confidence-wise. Let's see, take a look at the morale. Yeah, it's looking all right. Obviously, Martial, after that fantastic game, he'll be exceptional there. So let's take a look at the dynamics, because obviously that's very important in FM18 new feature. The match cohesion is good, and dressing room atmosphere, that's something that is really, really important. If you take a look at the happiness as well, you can see the reasoning why of all of these. So yeah, that's all right. But and Herrera, he's going to miss only 3 to 4 days. So he did have that little knock. Just to give you an update, if you're new to this series as well, I haven't sold any players, only shipping some guys out on loan. We brought in Nabil Fekir, good signing for us. I think he'll become a good player, can still improve a little bit. We signed him for a good fee, I think, keeping his value in mind. But yeah, a little thing that's been on my mind is I haven't really been able to sell players that I've wanted to. There's a few in my mind, like Fellaini, because if we're ever going to sell him, to me, it has to be within this season or the next season, because yeah, once he gets to 31 or something like that, I think, yeah, you might as well keep him when his value drops below probably 10 million, which it will, especially as he gets older. So asking price, come on, maybe 15 million. I'll be willing to sell him below his value, because I can tell, well, I can see it, the evidence, it's dropping. So 15 million, I'll be happy to take that. Like, yeah, I just don't feel he'll fit into the team and the style I want to play. His vision is 8 for a midfielder. That's not good. Guys, we did get back an offer for Fellaini, but also, unfortunately, Eric Bailly right here, injured, damaged knee cartilage, out for 5 to 6 weeks. That is really, really tough. That is tough. Like, training injuries, so annoying, but I can't complain about them. We have to take more look at the medical center. So yeah, we're going to have to manage this a bit more. I thought it looked decent, like in the preseason, but now you can see more specifics, which is really good that this is a feature in the game, but you're not going to like it if you're getting lots of injuries. So we just got to maintain that. Talk to Bay about the injury. Let's see. I'll say calmly. Don't worry about your injury. I know these things can be frustrating, but try to focus on recovery. Thanks for the support. Yeah, it's appreciated. So yeah, he has a good kind of, I suppose, feel about that, and he's mentally should be all right. But yeah, it's a bit disappointing when you got Eric Bailly, who is a star player for us essentially, and he's going to be getting better, 4-star potential. He's going to be a great centre back. I just feel, yeah, it's a disappointing injury for the lad more than anything. But then back to Fellaini's situation. Here's Inter. Well, I put in 15 million. I offered him out. So let's go 14 and a half, suggest terms. And they meet us maybe about halfway, 12 and a half. I'll take it because I'm trying to ship him out. Hey, by the end of the season, he might be worth less than that once he hits 30. But also, in a way, it frees up a position. I'd rather go out to sign a young player who has very good potential, a young central midfielder that can be better than Fellaini in a few seasons, and not just better, but much better. And as you can see here, for Henrik Mkhitaryan, Real Madrid are stepping up the chase, so maybe an offer will come in very shortly. It's a tough decision. And in a way, if he does move on, we kind of got our replacement. But I suppose if we sell him, we'll have big money to sign maybe someone of a better quality, more world class. Because looking at Fekir, he's a good player for the team. He's natural in 3 positions. So, yeah, maybe that won't even be the position he'll play most, even though I think it suits him the most. But guys, just on that, how fitting is that? Though it wasn't exactly what I was mentioning, as Bailey was... he's more a younger type, but I was interested in him. And, you know, when we were countering with him, it was just like a completely, like, unrealistic. But maybe, yeah, like, he's a wonder kid. He's unhappy now, but you see, he's unhappy that the transfer was blocked when we tried to sell him. So that offer was good. So yeah, you got to see what eventuates more in the story, I suppose. There's like these little stories in Football Manager saves. Yeah, it was a crazy offer. They were offered an unrealistic amount, and see, Leon Bailey thought the same, so he backs me up. He wants to join United, but apparently there could be a bit of a work permit. It says unlikely, but I'll try it. It said would probably fail. Maybe we can't sign him, but now the offer they'd accept would be a bit lower. Fuck off. Fellaini, can you just leave? You're actually pissing me off right now. Just leave. I'm not going to play you. Don't you understand? Fuck, it's so annoying. Just go. What's your problem? I feel like there's certain players that just want to piss you off. And I feel like, yeah, Fellaini's going to do that. But I'm not going to play you, mate. So, yeah, stop messing around. And we are rewarded a little bit there, just over 11 million for playing in the UEFA Champions League group stage, which is going to be drawn right now. So that's going to be really, really interesting. Got the West Ham game. We'll focus on that as well. But yeah, Champions League group stage draw. Let's see. Oh, and Carabao Cup, third round. So we're just going to do this on pretty quickly, though. Yeah. Ooh, I said I want to play younger players in this one. What would you do? Because I said, and the board think it's not important anyway. What would you do against Manchester City? Would you still keep that kind of intention, or would you go more first team? I think it depends what we've got around that game. And as you can see there, it's 3 days after Southampton away from home and 4 days before Arsenal at home. So some important games, important like league games early. So will be interesting to see if Man City go with a similar process as well, thought process, because they haven't started so well to the league. 2 draws. But then Champions League group stage draw. Man United are one of the 8 teams that have been seeded second for the draw. So we'll go into that. Don't forget they got the qualifications. So interesting who we're going to come up against. So we're going to draw the teams. So we'll get all those first ones. Ooh, I like to do these. I've done these for a while. I say which one I would like to be, like which groups I would like to be in. Because like you don't want to be in group with Bayern or Real. Juve maybe in the same conversation, but yeah, let's find out. Don't want to spend too much time on that. Or Barcelona and but there's always going to be, yeah, I guess majority of the second seeds are still good teams. So we'll see. Can we get against Spartak? No, Spartak, Sevilla get matched with each other. Benfica will still be a fairly easy team to beat in the group compared to some of the others. Okay, it's not the hardest and it's not the easiest, but I will take that. Who was really the easy? But maybe Sevilla and Porto, but they've still got good players. They're not going to be easy exactly, but yeah, Shakhtar. And then one of the first seeds is probably one, yeah, Spartak or Shakhtar you would want to come up against, but Benfica probably would have been next in line. But now we'll draw the rest. We'll see. Who would we prefer? Who's left here? Obviously, we can't get Liverpool. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter the rest, really. Who we get? Yeah, Dynamo Kiev. Should be a win, Ukrainian team, and we'll just go through the rest. Anyone difficult here? They could be tricky. Maybe Leipzig could be a bit tricky, but yeah, really the rest of these we should be beating. Yeah, Hoffenheim. So that's a pretty elementary group for us. We should get out of it. You see Benfica, United, Hoffenheim. There isn't a hard team. It's not one you describe as a group of death. And of course, don't forget, Benfica, Man United played each other in the final of the Champions League back in '68, with Man United lifting the trophy on that occasion. Of course, the current holders of the competition are Real Madrid. So yeah, a bit of history there. Back to 1968. How about that? Oh, that's not good as well. We've got another centre-back. He could have been a replacement for Bay, so yeah, leave to physio. We got to take a look at that right now. We'll still have Smalling available, and Rojo's injured, and luckily we have Lindelof available. We've got to be careful, but it's interesting. Like our centre backs are getting injured, so is it maybe defensive training? I don't know. And once more, we'll try and say with Eric Bailly being out, everyone has to help out in his absence, but normally doesn't get a reaction from the squad. See, very little reaction. So there's not really much point talking to the players in the briefing, I think, because that's generally the thing. And then I make my own tactical changes. And also in terms of match plans, like the adding a scenario, once more, I just feel like I adjust to the situation. I guess if you want to be a bit quick, but yeah, I want to make sure, like, because situations will be different on different occasions. So like a specific scenario going into create it, I'll do that while I'm playing the game. So I don't think it saves so much time, though you could have pre-planned ones. But again, for me, it has to be specific for the occasion. But let's head on into the match preview for the West Ham game. So this will be interesting to see how we go in a match away from home. So let's just check out the table right now. You can see West Ham, they haven't won. They've got a couple of draws. So that Man City result away from home, that was pretty decent. So, yeah, I want to see if we can be as dominant as we were previously. I'm pretty confident we can be. So we'll just see anyone else. Selection, a lot of injuries. Fellaini, I'm just... Fellaini, squad, you can be available. Not just until match fit, just for the foreseeable future. It's just, I don't rate him highly, and I don't feel he can be part of our setup and be a quality player. And obviously, you'll see Lindelof coming in here. He's all right. He's got the 4-star potential as well. So he'll be a pretty strong centre-back. He's improving, so that's good to see. Pretty physically good, naturally fit. So that's going to be good in terms of the injuries. I think that should help. But we shall submit the team and get into the match now. But I'm thinking, we might... Darmian. Do you think Darmian could be better right back than Valencia? Valencia, good getting forward. Physically amazing, but he is 32. So, Darmian... We'll keep him very good tackling. But we'll get into the game now. I was just wondering, maybe we need a new right back for the future. Okay, that's interesting. 3-4-3 from West Ham. But I think if we're very, very good attacking and out wide especially, and have the fullbacks getting forward, I think it causes them a bit of trouble. But we'll see how it's going to go. Joe Hart in goals. And I love what you can see just in the background. The stadium and the ground, so the pitch. What we will do this time, assertively, it's all over to you now. Have a good one. I like the sound of that, actually. But I feel as though if we say this, go out there and carry straight on from where you left the last match or where you finished the last match, that seems to motivate the lads pretty well. That's a good team talk. And I think condition-wise, we're in a bit of a better shape, especially they've got Noble, 79%, Ogbonna, 83%. So they are playing with the wing-backs as well. Okay, Musaku with the throw-in. Valencia, hey, does well there. But when I think about Valencia as a right-back, and if we need a guy who could be world-class going forward, like I say going forward for the future, not in attack, I just think... against the best teams, against someone like West Ham, mid-table teams, lower mid-table teams around the relegation zone. Yeah, sure, I think he's fine. Martial, Lukaku, that's going to be another penalty one. Okay, so with getting forward a bit more, playing very attacking style, that's another penalty we've won here. And is that going to be a yellow for Jose Fonte? Yeah, that's going to be a first yellow card of the season, but Romelu Lukaku is going to step up for this one. Hopefully, he can put it in the back of the net, get an early lead here, will be ideal. So Lukaku steps up and he finishes. Very good pen. I was just wondering, would you want to change the camera? It would be nice to see the camera from behind the play. I guess you see that on the replay anyway, so you see it both ways. So that's good, I suppose, that you see that on director. Ooh, Mkhitaryan's already picked 4 yellow cards up for the season. Antonio went close. So even though we got to go, can this go away now? We don't need to change the play for the penalty. We already scored it. But in terms of a shout, I think let's just say concentrate, and actually just do on the defense specifically and see how that goes. Okay, there's a highlight almost instantly. This will be interesting. Let's see, can we win this? No. They've got it. It's Arnautovic. Zappaleta over the top, but straight to Lindelof. So with the injury to Eric Bailly, it gives the opportunity for Lindelof to get game time, which he needs. That will help him develop as a player as well. I say because he's got potential, but he's still, 23? So he still should be expected, and he would be expecting to play regularly. Now Martial, Herrera, Mkhitaryan, very good passing. Lukaku, Pogba. Oh, look how quick that is. I was expecting Mkhitaryan to finish, honestly. There's been interest from Real Madrid, but they haven't quite put an offer in yet. But Mkhitaryan is being booked again. He seems very prone. Does he have that in his... his aggression is 17. But it doesn't say in his cons at least. But hey, the aggression is still 17. Just target Mkhitaryan specifically and confirm. Just Come on, mate. You got to calm down. You can't get a second yellow. Still very early in the game as well. And we probably should go into halftime with it as well. Sure, I'd love another goal. Uh-oh. It's Arnautovic. Can't get too excited. We've got to deal with this. Pogba does with a very good header. Our countering has been excellent. We'll say that. But unfortunately, we lose it here. We force it back to the goalkeeper, Joe Hart. That's not the worst thing in the world. And let's see. We can just put the pressure on them. Saku to Ayew. Antonio. He's trying to break through. And wow. That's terrible. Imagine being a fan in the crowd. Like, come on, mate. And there could actually be a highlight here. Or there could be a goal here. A good chance. The highlight started before a minute left. Or, I mean, there could be a chance for the opponents as well. So either way. And here's Noble. And Herrera did well. And we've got possession. Let's hit him. See, look at everyone rush forward. I like how we have that set up. Mkhitaryan put a cross in. Ugh. That was a bit poor. But you saw how everyone rushes forward. As I said, I like how I set it up like that. I think we're very dangerous in attack, pushing forwards with our chances. But that is very, very good. So if we go just head into the dressing room, we'll do the team talk. I'll say assertively, you played well, but there's room for improvement, or guard against complacency. Yeah, guard against complacency, because generally that still keeps them focused and motivated. So West Ham, they haven't really shown too much in this game. They've had the one shot on target. So I think we're just going to look to make a change ourselves. And we'll see who's got a lower condition. Maybe, Mkhitaryan is on a yellow card. I think for multiple reasons, we'll take him off and bring on Nabil Fekir, like for like. Change. Happy with that. We'll give a team talk to Fekir. And we will just say assertively, there is a lot more to come from him. Hey, he looked happy. Maybe that's something that would have been updated as well in the latest update. Before I record today, there was an update. Because, players weren't reacting from those team talks when you bring them on. Hey, and the first one I do here, because I haven't tried to do them in this episode so far, because I thought of that. But obviously, that may have been a change, or maybe it was just that occasion. But I feel like we need a second goal. That's why we're still playing the same way. I don't want to just hold on to a 1-0. Even if it is away from home, I'd rather make sure of it. But Matic, I think he'll come off. Again, like for Carrick. Those are kind of changes we're making because, the game is going pretty smoothly. So again, if we go to the team talk in Carrick, let's see what it does this time. Again, a lot more to come from you. Okay, look, how about that? 2 in a row. Before none looked happy before. So that must have been in the update. Now we're heading to I'm low-key worried. I'm a bit worried because we need another goal just for a bit of assurance more than anything. Lukaku, even though he scored, he doesn't have the best rating, and I like that in a way. Not that I like it, he's having a bad game apart from the goal, but normally when a player would score a goal in previous years, they'd have a good rating, and they'd be one of the best players on the pitch, but not necessarily. It's good to see Valencia reflected with his good game, Pogba being pretty solid too. So, we'll just bring on the fresh legs of Rashford, and you think, Poachy's best role, or do we try him complete forward as well? I don't know. So, again, could it be 3 for 3? Let's go assertively. There's a lot more to come from you. Look happy. That assertive option for me generally does really, really well. Generally, that first option or second option, generally the more confidence boosting one, they look happy. But going to last 5 minutes, maybe we'll just play this one out. And it looks like we will. Okay, it looks like we will. So this looks like a pretty defensive performance. Just a 1-0. We score a goal and defend. But hey, we were playing pretty attacking in this game. Or maybe it's not over. Look at Fekir. Look at him run at the defense. But unfortunately, plays a poor ball. So, away from home, 1-0. You look at that. Oh, away from home, 1-0. You got the goal, played pretty defensive. But, it wasn't really the case and wasn't really what I was trying to do. But that's how it played out. If you take a look at the match stats as well, you can see we had more chances. West Ham, a lot of chances they did have. They didn't have a lot on target. And if we go into our match stats, we only had one clear-cut chance. Obviously, maybe we'll be less so away from home. But hey, we'll still be able to get the victory, which I'm happy with. And there we go. We just check out the messages after that. Pretty straightforward. Oh, Luke Shaw, 5 appearances away from making 40 appearances. That will trigger the transfer clause. Oh, 1 million. I think we're probably going to have to... I think we're going to have to buy the clause. We have to buy it out because that will happen. He will get those games played. So I think... might as well, give them that money. But it's interesting to see all these different ones, even for Memphis. What do you think about him? Because I always liked him. And back in my last Man United save, that one in 2015, as I mentioned, he was amazing, Memphis, in that game. Let's just check him out. How good is he, though? I feel he won't be as good. Yeah, he'll be declined a little bit. But I think he'd still be... What do you think about him? I'll be interested to see what potential he has, because he's that age, 23. Always liked him. So, yeah, we got so many, though. Clauses. I talked about the right backs as well, but Valencia, at least for this season, he's going to be very good. See Dribbly going down, but yeah, a physical beast, that is for sure. And that high natural fitness, talk about that, he'll still be able to maintain his ability. But we shall leave it there, guys, especially there's like international break, 14 days until next game, but that will be the style, unless we have like 3 games specifically in an episode and they're all within, I suppose, close vicinity of each other. And yeah, we can play those quickly, but more often than not, there'll be 2 games in an episode and then all the management side of things like you saw in this episode, more than just playing the games. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. And what I do want to focus on, a lot of you guys are saying that you like that this is very in-depth, and then I get that one comment that's like out of the ordinary. It's just like by itself saying, oh, this is too slow, or why do you take so long to get into the games? And that person like looks like the odd one out. And there's a lot of other people saying, yeah, you like how in-depth the series is. So I like to see that. So I'll focus on you guys that are enjoying how I'm doing it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.